The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of Access Fort Wayne, the Allen County Public Library, or any other supporting groups. If you'd like to produce a show, call us at 260-421-1250.
But I've come to challenge your thoughts on the state of our natural environment, but instead on the need for more social and civic assignment. If we ever hope, like Bing Crosby, to get to a place that resembles home on the range, then our level of community involvement is going to have to change. Somebody holler, Fort Wayne needs climate change. I mean, if you're going to change the way racial assumptions are arranged, then the climate is going to have to be changed. You're going to stop treating people with different political views as if they were strange, then there's going to have to be some climate change. If you hope to stop the economically disadvantaged from feeling estranged, then you've got to become more engaged in working to see that our community's climate is changed. And therein lies the challenge. Peter Senge is right. People don't resist change. They resist being changed. That's why it's taking so long to make progress in the area of race, because far too many of us refuse to change the manner in which we look at one another's face. Instead of looking with eyes of grace, we cringe in alarm when we should embrace. Instead of seeing a fellow life traveler, we assume that they must be of a different caliber. We keep talking about our commitment to diversity, all the while ignoring the seeds that lead to adversity. I submit to you this evening that if we want racism and our other challenges to be obliterated, then more of our citizens must become personally obligated. What better place than in this city that just received an All-American designation to show what is possible when we have higher levels of citizen participation? Yes, these are days of desperation, but the climate in Fort Wayne can be changed by ongoing teams of determination. It would be hypocritical for us to leave today's celebration, but then allow ourselves to retreat into a sense of social stagnation. It was one of my heroes, Gandhi, who suggested the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. And I've come to Promenade Park this evening to declare that our city will never get fully up to speed until more of us find the courage to lead. See, when more people lead, communities live up to their creed. When more leaders lead, none of its citizens experience need. When more leaders lead, communities find a way to simultaneously sow an equal and a productive seed. I submit that Fort Wayne will never get up to speed until more of us find the courage to lead. In his poem, Song of the Dead, Rudyard Kipling writes, "Came the whisperer, came the vision, came the power with the need, till the soul that is not man's soul was lent to lead." In other words, whatever power and influence you've received has only been granted as a means of comforting those who are socially or economically grieved. None of us have been blessed to simply leave others impressed. We've been empowered to ensure that areas of iniquity and inequity are addressed. And so that is what Dr. King had in mind when he declared anybody can be great, because anybody can serve. You don't need an official title to help get our community out of idle. Influence should only be acquired for the purpose of ensuring that systematic and systemic inequities are expired. It was while Dr. King sat in a Birmingham jail that he said only deliberate and persistent acts would enable freedom and justice to take sail. He said we must come to see that human progress never rolls in on wheels of inevitability. It comes through the tireless efforts and persistent work of people willing to be co-workers with God And without this hard work, time itself becomes an ally of the forces of social stagnation. We must use time creatively and forever realize that the time is always right to do right. So I challenge you as I leave you tonight to use the letters in the word lead as a blueprint that forever changes your legacy's imprint. Begin to see the L in lead as a call to liberate until every citizen of Fort Wayne feels welcome and equal within our citizens' gate. Begin to see the E in lead as a call to educate until every citizen of Fort Wayne enjoys a mind that is intellectually first rate. Begin to see the A in lead as the need to anticipate and to see areas of potential problems before they begin to resonate. And finally, see the D in lead as the responsibility to demonstrate best practices that other communities would want to eagerly duplicate. I don't know how you feel about it, but I think it's past time for us to rid ourselves of racism's sting. Time to let freedom ring. So let freedom ring. Let freedom ring from Woodbridge to Southbridge. Let freedom ring from Kensington to Covington. Let freedom ring from Chicory to Hickory, from every Fort Wayne Avenue, irregardless of its potential for revenue. Let freedom ring. But remember, one step won't take us very far. We got to keep on walking. One word won't tell people who we are. We've got to keep on talking. 1 inch won't make you tall. You got to keep on growing. One deed like RiverDrums won't get it done. We got to keep on going. Thank you, and God bless you.
Reverend McGill, thank you so much. That was incredible. Thank you. What a message. Powerful message at RiverDrums. RiverDrums is all about bringing people together, all people. And that's what Reverend McGill was talking about in language much more eloquent than I can express. So thank you so much.
Hello, hello. Jerry Armstrong here with Magic. Oh, this one, okay. Wrong mic. There we go. Okay. Coming down here, I was pulled over by a policeman. He said, hey, you know why I pulled you over? And I said, no, why'd you pull me over? He said, well, didn't you read that stop sign? I said, well, officer, I don't believe everything I read. He said, what? Okay, license and registration. So I pulled my license and registration out. Whoa, he didn't like that either. Okay. So of course I got a ticket. Of course I got a ticket. So I don't have anything in my hands. See here, okay? But, so. Well, if you're going to make it appear, you got to make it disappear. That comes with a magic word, which would be abracadabra, right? So I'll put it back in my hand, okay? And now, it's all gone, okay? I have here, of course, an empty hat. It's an old-time hat, kind that they used to wear with tuxedos years ago. And so it's a good magician should be able to pull a rabbit out of his hat. Okay? But in this case, I'm going to pull a bird. So my rabbit's resting over here. Okay. Guess he wasn't part of the act. But so what I'm going to do is make a bird appear. I need a magic wand. Okay, I wave my magic wand and whoa. There you go. Okay. Let's see. Sir back there with the Disney pre-pex shirt on. Okay, would you stand up a second? Do you have what's your first name? Ron. Ron, do you have a pretty good imagination? Okay. I'm going to take an invisible deck of cards, okay? I'm going to try to throw it all the way to you, okay? Hey, good catch, Ron, good catch. Okay, would you open up the box and look at the cards? And as you're looking through the cards, pick out any one of those cards you want. You got one in your mind? Okay, now all the cards are face up you're looking at. Turn your card face down. So it's the only card turned the other way. Now put them all back in the box. Okay, now throw me the box. Okay, very good. Okay, now I'm going to try to read your mind, okay? So I'm going to take these cards. I'm going to turn one card upside down here. They're all right side up now. Okay? I'm going to turn one backwards. See if I can match the card that you picked. Okay, it's all done. Okay, for the first time, tell me what your card is. Ace of Diamonds. Okay. Ace of Diamonds. Of all these cards, there's only one card that's upside down. That's this card right here. That's this card right here. Sometimes magic's hard to do. Okay, I guess we're ready for our next act. And who's that coming up next?
Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. My name's Bob Hart. I play the hammer dulcimer, and I'm going to be playing some traditional music from both the Emerald Isle and over here in our side of the pond. So my favorite love on this instrument is old fiddle tunes, and especially Celtic. And what I'd like to start out tonight playing for you are some jigs from Ireland. I'm going to start out with a tune called Bellman's Jig. That'll be followed by Kitty McGee, and then I'll finish up with Harvest Home. Thank you. Unfortunately, I have a little bit of that same wind problem that our flute player up here had a little bit of blowing my little sticks here all over the place. We're going to come back to the American side of the pond now. And I'd like to play a series of American fiddle tunes. And the first one's a fairly new one. It's called Schottish Du Stockfish. That'll be followed by an older tune called, a little bit older, Peter Eat Your Heart Out. That'll be followed by Kitchen Girl, and then finally I'll finish up with Ducks on a Pond. And all of these tunes have something in common. They're all in a minor key. So it's a little bit unusual, but it's very popular in fiddle music to play in minor keys. So I hope you enjoy this. Thanks. that again. There we go. Thank you. All right. The next tune I'd like to play for you is something a little bit slower. Trying to find my other set of hammers. There we go. We're going to go back across the pond, back to Ireland. And what I'd like to play for you now is this beautiful waltz called South Wind. Thank you. Thank you very much.